On May 25, 1979, 6-year-old Etan Patz left his family's Soho apartment in New York City for the first time to walk to his school bus stop just 2 blocks away. That morning marked the beginning of one of the most haunting child disappearance cases in U.S. history. Etan never made it to the bus stop. When he failed to return home that afternoon, his mother, Julie Patz, called the police, sparking an urgent and widespread search. Flyers with Etan's picture were posted all over New York City, but despite these efforts, the boy was nowhere to be found, and the case eventually went cold. In 1985, Assistant U.S. Attorney Stuart Grabois began focusing on a man named Jose Antonio Ramos. Ramos was a convicted child abuser who had connections to Etan's babysitters. 3 years earlier, in 1982, authorities discovered photos of Ramos with boys who resembled Etan after reports surfaced of him trying to lure children into a drainpipe. In 1990, Grabois questioned Ramos. During the interview, Ramos admitted he had brought a boy to his apartment on the day of Etan's disappearance. While Ramos said he was 90% sure the child was the one later seen on the news, he avoided mentioning Etan by name. The following year, a prison informant claimed Ramos had confessed to knowing what happened to Etan. The informant even provided a map of the boy's bus route. Despite these revelations, authorities couldn't gather enough evidence to charge Ramos. In 2001, Etan was officially declared legally dead. The Patz family filed a civil suit against Ramos and won a symbolic $2 million judgment, although they never received the money. Ramos, who denied involvement, later served a 20-year prison sentence in Pennsylvania for unrelated child abuse crimes. In 2012, a new suspect emerged, Pedro Hernandez. Hernandez confessed to luring Etan into the basement of a convenience store where he worked, strangling him and disposing of his body in the trash. However, no physical evidence supported Hernandez's confession, and questions arose about his mental state. Diagnosed with schizotypal personality disorder and possessing an IQ of 70, Hernandez's confession became the center of his trial. Despite the lack of evidence, Hernandez was found guilty of second-degree murder in 2017. On April 18th of that year, he was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years. It took nearly 40 years, but Etan Patz's case finally saw a resolution. While his disappearance remains a tragedy, his story forever changed the way the nation responds to missing children, leading to the creation of National Missing Children's Day, observed each year on May 25th in his honor. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to follow Facts on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more stories like this. You can also check out other true crime cases, mysteries, and historical events on our website at factsblog.com. Thank you for your support.